Yes, English. Hey,
Can I?
these translations as well. Where are you guys from?
Do you have Danish? No.
Danish, no. Sadly, no.
I'm interested.
You're
I've been
interested?
reading.
Okay. Sure. So it's in English if you'd like to read it. How's your English? Good. Do you believe in a creator?
I believe in energies.
Energies. Okay.
And I believe that we are all connected.
Sorry?
I believe we share something.
Okay.
But like after death.
Okay.
And I believe that everyone is going away from each other.
Okay.
But I think there is something.
Okay.
And I think like everyone say, oh, my religion is the truth.
Okay.
And I think maybe it's just like we talk about the same but different versions.
Okay.
The only thing I don't like with Islam is I like no, like I'm for love.
You're what?
I'm for love and peace.
Love and peace. Okay. All right.
And I feel that in some of your interpretation,
Okay.
you go against it, and I feel that in some places it's like the man who leads, and I don't like that.
The man what?
The man who leads,
The man who leads.
and
Okay.
the woman who has to follow.
Okay.
But I have a friend who talked a lot to me about it, and I like the book. Some things like I like it.
Okay.
It's just like how some people use it that I don't.
Okay. So can I first you said a lot of things, right? So the first thing is about the energies, right?
Yes.
Energy is a physical thing. There is a part of the universe that is made and created, right? So energies does not make or create something. This is not a conscious being, right? It's not a conscious entity. It's something that is physical within the universe, just like matter is, just like this rock is, right? So it cannot create or make. So if you believe in energy, the question still would remain is how did the energy come into existence? How did the full universe come into existence?
That's a big question.
Yes, and I'll give you the big answer. So you look at the universe. When you look at the universe, you can know the attributes of what made the universe using the universe. Meaning, if I look at this table, I can know the attributes of the maker of the table based on the table itself. They require knowledge of language by necessity. They require to assemble material. They need a level of intelligence. Looking at the universe, you know that whatever brought the universe into existence requires knowledge that we cannot even comprehend. Power that we cannot even comprehend, because you have these atoms, if you split, you have nuclear explosions, and the whole universe is atoms. It requires to be independent, meaning before the universe to bring it into existence. It's not restricted by the things that we're restricted by within the universe, because he created all of them. He exists before us. So if you have all of these attributes, this is what people commonly refer to as God, right? This is by necessity, because the universe cannot exist unless there's an entity like that. Just like this table cannot exist unless there's an intelligent person who knows the language of language, etc. Cannot. So the universe cannot exist.
But do you think that it's God who also creates the universe? Like,
Yes.
what do you believe? What is around the universe?
Yeah, but this is something that we do not know as human beings, right? The reason is because we're in the universe. It's like, imagine you have an ant inside a box or something like that. It's a hypothetical example.
Yes.
They do not know what's outside the box. They just live in the box, right?
It's into other dimensions.
Yes, exactly. It's beyond what we can reach, right? And it's not relevant to us, because what's relevant to us is what happens surrounding us, right? So God would not tell us information is not relevant to us, basically, right? So that's the first thing about the energy, right? Second thing is that you said, you talked about Islam, what you don't like about Islam. First thing is this: can I misinterpret anything, any ideology?
Yes.
Okay. What is your ideology right now? You're agnostic, you're atheist. What are you?
Energies.
Sorry?
Energies.
Energy.
I'm up for
But I thought we dealt with the ideology, right? All right. There is no. Okay. Can someone today say I'm an energist and go and kill people?
No.
They can't. Someone can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So if someone does it, are you responsible?
But
Are you responsible?
no. But I feel that I don't know precisely all the laws, but like I feel that a woman needs to give a lot to her man.
Yeah, we'll come in. That's the last point, right? But we're first dealing. Look, you're jumping the point, right? There's one point about violence, and then there was one point about a woman leading. I'm with you. Look, I'm paying very close attention. Don't worry. I'm going in order, right? First the energy, then we talk about the violence. Allah says in the Quran. Now, we just established that any ideology can be taken into extremism. Buddhists, you go to Burma, they're burning people alive, they're burning Muslims alive. Buddhists, who are supposed to be the most peaceful people in the world. Okay, so research what they're doing in Burma, burning people alive with the thousands, right? And Buddhism does not teach you to do that, but they do it, and they're Buddhists. You got Christians, you got the KKK, which is, I don't need to tell you. You got the Crusades, you got all of these things. You look at Jewish people, you have people who...
Some humans have bad, and like they use the religion as
Sure, so the religion is not responsible just because someone calls himself that name.
No.
We agree on that, okay? So what does the religion teach is the question. If the religion teaches good, then the religion is not responsible for the people who do violence. We agree? Okay, what does Islam teach? Islam teaches, Allah explicitly says in the Quran, that if you kill an innocent soul, in chapter 5 verse 32, if you kill an innocent soul, it's as if you killed all of humanity. And if you save an innocent soul, it's...
But what is an innocent soul?
I'm going to tell you, no problem. We're taking things gradually, step by step, right? Right? So that is the first thing. That's what the Quran says. Allah says in the Quran explicitly in chapter 60 verse 8, those who do not fight you, you're asking who's the innocent. Allah says, Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of religion. Who do not kick you out of your home from being good and just towards them. Allah loves those who are just. Okay? Then Allah says, Allah only forbids you. Then Allah says, Allah only forbids you from those who fight you because of religion and kick you out of your home. Allah says in the Quran in chapter 2 verse 190, and fight those who fight you. Fight those? With me or?
I'm looking where
Yeah. Allah says, and fight those who fight you. Okay? And do not transgress. Yeah, of course. Allah says, and fight those who fight you, and do not transgress. Allah doesn't love those who transgress.
But that is violence. Shouldn't you like make peace, even if someone is hurting you?
Okay, so I'm gonna come now and go in your house and try to do evil things to you and your family, and then you're just gonna say, welcome. There you go. We're gonna cook you some tea. We're gonna make you some tea in the morning. There you go. There is no society on earth that does what you said because it's not realistic.
Yes, I know, but I like it.
But this is the thing. It's not about what we like. It's about what functions in the world. If we all did what you said, we'll all be dead. Because there will be the people who will kill and rape and steal, and none of us will be alive. The only thing that can stop the people who do evil is people who can push them away. That's why there is police, that's why there is army, that's why there is laws. Because there is bad people. Not everyone is nice,
Do you not
butterflies.
think everyone has a good part, even if they are bad?
No, I don't. I believe
Some people are really bad.
the people who choose bad. There are people who choose bad. People who put their desires first and live in that. And the world shows that. The world have shown that. Like for instance, you had someone like Stalin or someone like Hitler or someone like, they've killed millions of people, and if no one stopped them, they would have annihilated the rest of mankind. Wouldn't they, right? So they had to be stopped somehow, okay? So we agree now, Islam is teaching peaceful, clearly, the verses that I said, but people can do bad and good, that's people. And Islam is not responsible as long as Islam teaches to do good, okay? We move from that point, we move to the next point? Okay, next point.
What about gay people?
Gay people, but let's deal with the woman point before we go to gay people, right? Okay, the woman point first, right? In a relationship, there is two people, right? Or there's more?
I think there can be more. I think love is for everything.
Okay, but that is your opinion.
Yes.
Why should we take your opinion?
What?
Why should we follow your opinion?
We should. I think everyone should do as they feel.
Okay.
As long as it's not hurting people.
So let's say there's a brother and a sister, and they feel all the love between each other, or a brother and a brother, and they want to feel all of the feelings
Because that
that you want to talk about.
it's the same between family.
Is it wrong?
I have a question. Do you perceive when two boys are kissing the same way you would perceive if two, like
Can you say that again?
If you see two boys kissing, are you perceiving it as if it's a sister and a brother? Like is it the same match? Because for me, when like a sister and a brother together is
You're asking me, is it the same if it's between two normal people and sister and brother?
Yes, like-
It's not the same. It's not the same. But that's not the point I'm making. I'm making a different point. I'm asking you first the question. It is bad. You agree it is bad, correct? Between a brother and a brother and a brother is bad. Okay, so we agree this is bad. After we agree this is bad, now we see the principle you had is wrong. It's not love is love. Some love is wrong and some love is right. And if some love is wrong and some love is right, we say the one who determines is the creator, the one who made us. If I make this, I know about it more than anyone else. God made you and me, and He knows about you and me more than we know about ourselves.
But sometimes I feel that for me God is love. And I can't understand how He would make people not be able to love each other.
Okay, love is a concept. Concepts and attributes like love and hate and etc. do not exist in abstract. Meaning, you cannot find love sitting down here today and shake his hand and say hello, how are you, and give it a hug, right? It has to exist within an entity, right? Just like colors are also attributes. For instance, black does not exist in abstract. It has to be an object that we refer to as black, or a being that we refer to as black, etc. So, love, you cannot say God is love. God is loving, so He possesses the attribute of love. Because love itself does not exist in abstract. Because it does not communicate or do or say, etc. So you can say you feel like God is love, but it does not make any rational sense, right? It's not possible rationally to say that God is love. God is loving, but He's also just. And He just doesn't base things based on emotions, because emotions can be right or wrong. There's a difference between the creation and the creator. Creator is all wise. Creator is all knowing. There are many things you don't know, many things I don't know.
And you think the creator is a man?
We don't believe that.
You think it's like a being, the soul?
Allah says in the Quran, say Allah is uniquely one. Allah the independent, self-sufficient, everything depends on Him. He doesn't depend on anyone. He doesn't beget, nor is He born, doesn't have children, doesn't have parents, doesn't have grandparents. And there is nothing like unto Him. There is nothing like unto Him. Meaning, anything we think about, anything we imagine, anything we see in the creation, Allah is unlike that. Allah says, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. There is nothing like Him.
So you can't even imagine Him.
You can imagine, but your imagination is wrong, because it's based on your experience. You cannot imagine something outside your experience. Even fairy tale beings are just a combination of elements. For instance, you have this horse with a wing and whatever it is. You just bring wing, which is an element that exists in creation, and put it on a horse and a horn, which exists in the other creation, and put it right. So even the imaginary things that we have is based on what we observe around us. We cannot talk about something that we've not even observed. Does that make sense? So Allah is beyond all of that. Okay? But He has attributes we understand. We know what it means to be all-knowing. We know what it means to be all-powerful. Okay. We know what it means to be all-knowing. We know what it means to be all-powerful and all of that. We understand these attributes. And we understand that Allah possesses these attributes. Right? So, now when you talk about, for example, the idea of leadership, you talk about men and women and stuff like that, you talked about this idea of homosexuality, all of these things. Who determines, who knows us more than we know ourselves is the Maker that made us. Therefore, it makes sense to say that He is the one who would determine what is the right way to do things. Not feelings, because you have feelings, I have feelings. You have a mind, I have a mind, and we will disagree. People will disagree. We'll bring a third person, will have another opinion. The one who knows everything and can determine what is the best outcome, for surety, is the one who made us, and the one who's all wise and knowing. Right? Agree?
Maybe.
Alright, that's good. Do you have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Alright.
I don't have much.
No, it's not. They're just donating, may Allah reward them. But it's not, they're not taking anything in return. They're just donating. But this is for Muslims more, you know? We don't take anything from non-Muslims.
What are you using the video for?
Give it a read.
So what are you using the video?
I have a YouTube channel, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have conversations with different people with different faith, and it benefits other people. But I will blur you. You'll be anonymous. You're not going to be there anyway, right? No problem. No problem. You too. Bye bye.